Hi, my name's Greg Plimpton, but everybody in the Peace Corps calls me Goyo. I'm currently serving my third Peace Corps service as a water and sanitation specialist here in Tortí, Panama. But my story is from the very early days of my first Peace Corps service in San Luis de Cañete, Peru. From the first day that I got to my service site, my challenge was to help Jason, the previous volunteer, finish his biodigester project. Now, it's a long plastic tube, and you put in animal manure and water, and the bacteria convert it to a beautiful liquid fertilizer and, more importantly, methane cooking gas. We went out to the construction site, and that's when I first met Usevio. Usevio was a farmer in a remote area of San Luis out by the beach, and he had a lot of pigs, and those pigs produced manure, which he was unfortunately dumping into a local irrigation canal. And the idea of the biodigester was to give him a better place to put the manure, produce some beautiful liquid fertilizer for his plants and trees, and most importantly, give him some methane cooking gas to replace the expensive propane that he and his family were using. Well, we worked on the project day after day in the hot Peruvian sun, going out early in the morning to avoid the heat of the day. And after a couple of weeks, Jason had to return to the States, leaving Usevio and I to finish the project. And let me tell you, it was definitely a case of the blind leading the blind. Neither one of us had ever built one of these things, let alone even seen one working. But with my limited instructions and his enthusiasm, we soldiered on, and we poured concrete, we bent metal bars into hoops for the greenhouse cover for the thing, and we ran plastic PVC tubing from the beast into Usevio's kitchen. And when it came time to install the thing, a lot of local Peace Corps volunteers came by to help, and we took turns filling the thing with a lovely mixture of pig manure and water, which we affectionately called shit soup. Well, the instructions said that it should take about 3 weeks for this thing to fill up with gas, so I moved on to another water project in a different part of town. But after about a week, I got a phone call from Usevio, and he says, "Goyo, come quick. The tube is filled up, fat like a pregnant pig." So I got on my bike and raced out there, and sure enough, the tube had inflated with gas, just like they said it would. And we turned all the valves to direct the gas into the kitchen, got in front of the stove, turned on the valve, lit a match, and hoped. Boom! We got a most beautiful 12-inch beautiful blue flame that you've ever seen. We jumped back, looked at each other like we really did this thing, and started celebrating. High fives, slapping each other on the back, shouting so loud I'm sure all the neighbors could hear it. And it was in that moment that I realized that we weren't American Peace Corps volunteer and Peruvian pig farmer. We were friends. We were two guys who had worked on a project really hard together and had created something new and very useful. It was also my first Peace Corps experience. Those moments when you really get to connect with the people that you're serving, and you have the privilege of being there and sharing their joy and excitement when the gas comes on for the first time, or the water is pumped up to the house and they have a water spigot at their house for the first time, or the little girl gets to swing on the swing set and the old gringo gets to teach her how to pump a swing. Those moments don't happen every day, but when they do, it is a satisfaction and a joy that has very little equal. Well, I didn't see Usevio much after that, I'd go out and check on him a couple times, and he was doing really well. He produced so much gas that he was able to share it with the neighbors. But when I finally went to leave Peru, I returned to San Luis to say goodbye to my friends there. And I went out to see Usevio, and we said our goodbyes. And just as I was leaving, he put his hand on my chest, and he said, "Goyo, un parte de tu corazón ya está peruana." And it was true. After all the friendships that I'd made there and all the experiences and fun I'd had there, a part of my heart will always be Peruvian. And that man, Usevio, who at one time was a total stranger living in a foreign land, and I will always be friends. And that's my story. Thank you.